problem? Okay. Right. So let me share the assignment which was given by Yvonne. Let me just to. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to look at where I downloaded it. It was quiz. Yvonne, it was named what? Quiz or what? Excel?
I think it's Excel assignment. Let me check.
I'm just trying to. I downloaded the same.
Yeah, you can just check our WhatsApp chat if you don't.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it. So I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it. So let me share the screen now. Yeah, I've just shared. I've shared my screen. I hope you're able to see the assignment which I had shared. I mean, which was shared by Yvonne. So we have the first assignment was to create a new column, total, and find the totals. Secondly, you have to count the number of pencils on the item column, and also use the auto sum. So let me trace the data itself. You won't remind me again the name of the data set that you had used?
Let me check. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes naming is the key. I didn't.
Yes, I assignment. I named it assignment. I named them both assignment. I had forgotten.
Okay. Let me trace it again, okay, so that
it's in the North America group. You can just find it there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, in fact, I've just remembered that I missed it in the other class, but I used one of the trainees file. So let me just get it from the North America group. Okay. Even I cannot see it.
Okay, let me send it to you then.
You can share to my inbox directly?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I've sent it.
Okay. You have seen it.
Okay.
Okay, it's opening, so yeah, good. I've opened the Excel file now. Now, so in the assignment, you were to create a new column, which I think is pretty easy. You may not have any problem on that. Just to confirm if somebody has a problem creating a new column.
No.
Okay, Amos, no. Ruth, I think you are okay with creating a new column?
Yeah.
Okay, now it may involve basically, if you're introducing a column at the end of the Excel file. Let me share this. Let me share the window for the Excel. Now, basically, this is the data that you had. I can see the order date, region. We have representative. We have item. We have unit, and we have unit cost. So basically, these are about 6 columns, and it depends actually where you want to put the column. So sometimes you may find yourself in a situation where you put the column in between columns. So this one was just creating a column at the end. So it was just a question of creating the label, here, maybe, getting the total. Let me just put here total. Okay. Just a minute. My keyboard is not. Yes.
Should hit enable editing.
Oh, that's the issue, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, it is hidden here. Yeah, it's hidden here. Yeah. I was wondering, my keyboard is not responding.
Yeah, just
okay. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Okay, so I was saying that it depends on the circumstance that you find yourself in. If I was to get a column at the end, probably I will simply type here total. Okay, and automatically the column will be there. If I was to probably have a column between units and unit costs, then I'll simply insert. Okay. So it's just a question of clicking here. Sorry for that. It's a question of say, for example, I wanted to have a column before F, another column before column F. So what I would basically do is select that particular column, then click insert from here. You simply click insert. There are quite a number of ways here. You can say insert column. We have a column here. No. Yes, this one should be right click, I think. Right click, and then I simply say insert. It's going to insert another column. So inserting column, inserting rows. Normally Excel inserts a row, just the one preceding the one you have selected. So if you find yourself in a situation where you are inserting a column, and you want to have it before that particular column, then you have to select that particular column so that you can input that. But let me undo that, because basically we are to get the total. Now, what we have is the essence of creating the column G was to get the cost. Remember here, like in the first row, the number of units of the pencil is 95. Then the unit cost is 1.99. I hope it is in dollars, because you know, to make it clear, maybe I don't know if it was in Kenya shillings or in dollars. So if it is in dollars, maybe we can put the dollar sign, or you put so if there are 95 pencils, then we have 1.9. Basically, you will put, I mean, you will build or formulate a formula here that will give you the cost, and basically this is taking this value here and multiplying by that. So if you put the formula here, remember the formula for Excel starts with an equal sign. Then you select that value. Okay. You could as well write E2. E2 is the reference for that particular cell. And you introduce the multiplication sign. Multiplication sign in Excel is star. Just like other programming languages, it is star. And of course, you select that. And when you press enter, you will simply have the values. Okay. So this was just straightforward. You use the arithmetic. I think in my Excel file, let me just go there. We talked about, just let me scroll to that point. In my Excel, we talked about okay. Yes, we talked about the the operators. Yeah, you can see here the operators in Excel. Plus, the normal plus, the addition sign is the one which is being used. Minus, then we have the star. Yeah, you can see here we have the star. Of course, plus for addition, minus for subtraction, star for multiplication, and backslash for division. Okay, so these are the operators that we use in Excel. Of course, so if that is the case, then you basically have the values. You will see the values here as opposed to the formula. Now, sometimes I can see down here that there is a column which has the hash sign. Yeah, sometimes when you see such a situation here, like this one here, you can see here, it means that it cannot display all the values. And basically what you need to do here is to just expand the column. You can drag like this, okay? Or you can basically double click the boundary like that, and then it's going to open. So you can see when I do that, of course, the hash signs will disappear, because now the column has enough width to accommodate the digits for that number. Now, in my class, we are debating whether this column should be total or it should be grand total, subtotal, sorry, subtotal. You know, depending on how you want to look at it, I can have this. Maybe Amos can advise us on this. You are an accountant, and I don't know this. I'm getting the total for this row, and at the end down here, I'll get the total for the whole sheet. So I don't know if to use total here or subtotal, and then down here I use total.
Let me see.
Or I use here total.
Okay,
then down here I use grand total.
No, down there should be summation. I think you can just highlight them and hit the summation button.
Okay. Let me just do that. Let me just do that. And then I use.
Then you hit summation.
Auto sum here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use the auto sum there. Right. I think we have the value there. So let me just expand that.
Yes.
Okay. Now should we have down here? Should we have total or grand total?
You can just have total. It's just one. Or grand total, whichever. I think it's any of them would do. But for this one, I think for that one, it's just total because you don't need the totals for the unit costs. I don't think you don't need total for the unit cost. You only need the total for the last column.
Last column.
Yeah.
Okay. Some were saying we can have this one as the total. Then down here we can have grand total. Anyway, I think that should be now the design, how you design your sheets and so forth. So that you
but
can
in
have
this
that.
case, I think just the total should do because you don't need total for the units and you don't need total for the unit costs. Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. So the other assignment, number 2, what did I want to mention here? I think I've mentioned everything, or as far as the first is concerned. Now,
I'm sorry. I take it back. You need grand total down there. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You are right. Yeah, grand total.
It's grand total.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, we can have grand total. Can have grand total here. Grand total. We have in capital letters grand total.
Because we have total for those ones up there.
Up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, somebody was saying you can as well have a subtotal here. And down here you have total. They are paired, subtotal and then the total, and then we have total and grand total. So anyway, whichever, so long as it's understandable. Yeah, one of the key requirements in data science is to understand the data set, and that's why we normally have a data dictionary, so that about the total, what do we mean? When we talk about the grand total, what are we talking about? And so on. So if I look at this data set, it's like it is like the customers are making an order, and this order is basically items which are stationary in nature. We are talking about the pencil, binder. What else here? Yeah, let me just use the filter to know what we have there. Filter. Let me filter that. So I can see here that I have 5 items. We have binder, we have desk, we have pen, we have pen set, and then we have a pencil. So I think they are items to do with school or schooling, and so on. So we have the regions, central, east, west, and so forth. We have the representative. I think the person who is planning the order, who is supposed to do the delivery. Then we have the units. We have the unit cost. So it's straightforward, understandable. When was it ordered? The order date, and so forth. So in the second assignment, in the second task, you were to count how many pencils are in the item columns. In the item column, so the item column is this one here, and basically what we are supposed is to count how many pencils are in the column. So I think here yeah, in my other class, trainees were counting it manually. Yes.
I think you can do the count formula.
Yeah, precisely. That's what I'm going to do. But I was saying in my other class, students were counting it manually. In fact, they were filtering it out, item, then they simply select a pencil. And when you select that, it's going to filter. And they were counting it. Actually, they were 13 in number. But this is only applicable when you have a small data set. What happens when you have 1 million rows? It may not be possible to do that. So that's why the count formula will come in. You can also use the if function. We will demonstrate too here so that you know exactly what we are doing. So let me remove the filter. Remove the filter. But of course, what we are saying is you will basically use the count. So maybe I can write here the number. I can write in short form, number of pencils. Yes, pencils. Expand that. So I can put the column here. Yeah, remember we use the count. We use the count. So we will start with an equal sign. Then we use the keyword count, right? You can even double click that so that you have that. And what we are going to count is, remember pencil is a text, right? So yeah. It's a text. So, well, let me just have this so that it's clear to you. I can basically use function, insert a function. Then here I can just search for count. Sorry, it should be an O here. Count, then go. Then I double click count. So this one is a bit clear. So because it will tell you what you require. So value 1, you can see here value. What are we going to count? So you have to select the reference. You have to select the reference. And here I'll select my first reference here starts with D2 all the way to D44. So I can just have it here. D2 full colon through D44. D44. Okay. And what am I going to count there? I'm going to count
pencils.
Pencils. So I need to have what? I need to have it as yeah. When it is at a text, you put in. I mean, you use quotation. So I'll simply have. Should I have it here? No, I think I should have it after a comma. I think so. Pencil. Let me just have this. Now, I just want to, let me just check on the syntax for count. Just that. Just to be sure. Okay, so what we have here, we just try this first. That it's giving me 0. Why?
We don't see your screen. You're not sharing. Yeah.
Oh, so I can share it now again. So sorry for that. Okay. Are you seeing now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So so let me just go here. I've selected the reference. So we have D2 through that. And what am I counting here? I'm counting from here. Okay, just we have this one, pencil. Okay. Enter. It's giving me 0. Okay, fine. Just have just again, just let me see, count. Yeah, there are two ways we can use count and we can use if to sum up the number of pencils. So we just figure it out. Okay. D2 through D12. Okay. Oh, this should be D44, sorry, D44. Yeah, I think I'm getting it. I'm getting what here? 43.
It should be 13.
Yes? Yes, Ruth, what are you saying?
Oh, no, I forgot. No, sorry.
Okay, no problem. Let me just...
I'm sorry, Reuben, I did not do this assignment. I got a question.
Yes, yes.
Since we have different items, should we use
Yes, yes.
just count formula or count if formula?
Yeah, in fact, I'm trying to figure out, there are so many approaches of doing that.
Also, I'm also sorry I did not get time to do it. Last week was
Okay.
really very busy for me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, no problem. We can use count if, we can even use if, you can even use count. But let me figure it out. We can use count ifs. Let me see. Let me just go there so that we can go through together. Yeah. So let me count. Yeah, count ifs. Right. We can have this one here. Have the operators here, which will just run through. Okay. Yeah. What I know is yeah, count ifs function can be used. I agree with Amos, but I didn't want to introduce this at this early stage. I wanted to use something different. But now that you say that, I think we will cover up that function today. So for the count if function can be used. Let me share this screen again so that we are on the same page. Yeah, well said. We have this. Here we have count if function. I think it was coming some time later. So this one is basically another function which you use. Just I want to see. Sometimes I would wish to move from known to unknown. So okay. Okay. So we have the if function here, which we'll talk about. And then we have if, we have nested if, we have ifs, some ifs, and then we have, okay, fine. No, now let me have it this way. We will come through that, but let's figure it out first from here.
Yeah.
So count ifs is basically used to count the number of items that meet some particular criteria, and this one is the syntax for that. Count ifs, criteria 1, criteria range 2, and so forth. And this is an example. This is an example of count if. I hope it is not too complex at this point in time. So what we are going to have is, I can see the reference here, J2, J1, and we have P2, then we have this, that. Okay. The syntax here is criteria range 1, criteria range 2, criteria range 3. So let me try this, count ifs. We can figure it out from our Excel. So let me share my Excel screen again. So the number of pencils here, we have the function count, count ifs, and get that. Yeah, we have it there. So I can double click so that I have the criteria range. So now criteria range should be the range that we want to count the items. So I can have, my range was D2. Yeah, I think so, D2 through all the way to D44. Okay, and maybe the criteria here should be pencil, which should be in quotation. So we have pencil. Pencil, like that. Yeah, I think that one is okay. I can see it's working. Now just to explain that, if I can go back here.
Properties of 13, okay.
I can share again. Now, basically, this is what we are to talk about, but we can just wind up here so that I'll not talk about it again. So count ifs is the function which can, work pretty well and straightforward, because it counts the items within some reference. But count if sometimes can work when you are cross-referencing multiple ranges. So this one is just one range, because we are dealing with the items column, and we are counting the number of items which meet some specific criteria. So that's why you can see here that, so like now our formula that is working here is equal sign. It's an equal sign, and then you have count ifs, then in brackets you will have, yeah, you can see from here that you are going to have a column. So you'll have the reference, which was D2 through D44, and then after the reference, then you have a comma. Then after the comma, you have this quotation like that, and then pencil. Sorry, pencil, like that. Then you close the bracket. So you see here is the reference that we are trying to count, pencil, is in D2, D44, and the criteria is pencil. This one should be, this word here should be inside the quotes, because it's a text, or it's a string, if you may like. Okay. So I think counting precisely, you could use the count ifs. You can also use if. You can also use if. You can say count. You can use if, but in 2 steps. Just use if to find out the criteria, and then you can use count. Well, I don't want to explore that in the interest of time. So, but I think the correct one was count ifs. That was the right function to do that. Okay. We have other versions of count. We have count A, count ifs, and so forth. So you can explore what they do as well. So you are basically to count, and that is what it means, meeting the criteria. And that's basically what you are supposed to do. So the assignment 3, the task 3, sorry, was to find the auto sum of the unit cost column and the total column. So I think we have done this. Yeah, because down here, we've created the totals. So I think that's as good as done. It was just to demonstrate that. Unless there's any question, I would wish to move to today's presentation. Are we okay?
We're okay. I don't know, but I think we are good. I'm good.
Okay, thank you. Ruth, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, fine. So now today I want to do something more about the functions, and we will just start from ifs function as we move to other functions. Remember, yes? Is that a question? Hello? You have a question?
No, not me.
Okay. Yeah, I can see David has joined us. David, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've just gone through the assignment which was shared in the last lesson. I don't know if you are in that time.
No, I wasn't, and I was at work. I apologize.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was at work. I apologize. I was at work, but I had to fix my schedule.
Okay, no problem. So I think the recording will be available for you to go through what we have shared.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go and watch the recording and go over it.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make today's presentation let me share my screen now. We will keep building the functions and discover the functions that they do. I mean, what they do for in Excel. So let me share my screen now. Again. Okay, now I want us to look at the if function today, and we will also look at what we call nested if function. Now, the if function is one of the most popular. You might find that time may not pass without using the if function, and what if function does is to give us a return, to give us an outcome that meets some particular criteria. You will use it to make a comparison between a value and what you expect So sometimes it gives an outcome which you evaluate a set of items or values. Then if it meets the criteria, it's going to return true. So if statement has two results, it returns the outcome depending on whether it is true or false. Okay, so if this is this, then that. If the cost of banana is 100 shillings, is more than 100 shillings, return expensive or costly. If it is less than 100 shillings, then it is going to return probably affordable, something like that. So it's going to evaluate, it's going to compare a value and what you expect. Okay. So the syntax for the if function is, you can see it here. If, then within the parentheses, we have logical tests. Then we have the value if true and the value if false. All of these are separated by a comma. So it's just within the first comma is going to carry a logical test. It's going to evaluate. And if it meets the criteria, if it's true, then it's going to return some particular value. And then if it is false, it's also going to return another value. So we have an example down here, and you can see within the brackets, we have actually this part here. Maybe I can highlight in red so that we can see. Now, this one here is if C is equals to yes, then we have comma 1, 2. What does this mean? It means that if whatever we are trying to evaluate, this is a value in cell C2. So in cell C2, that value is going to be evaluated. And if it is yes, then it's going to return a 1. Otherwise it's going to return a 2. So the first one here, 1, is going to be returned when C2 is yes. And if it is no, or it is otherwise, then it's going to return a 2. Okay. So the most important argument in the syntax function is when it is true rather than when it is false. Because when it is true, it's going to give that value. Otherwise, it will assume that it is false. So it's used to evaluate, and we have that. Now we have employee data, which I will share. And one question that we may ask ourselves is how many of the employees are expatriates and how many are non-expatriates? Don't worry, I'll share this. Data set now, and we'll be able to figure out what we mean here. So let me just share the data set. I'll share with you shortly, but before that, I want to just open from my end, and we have it here. Okay, I've just opened some data sets. Let me share the screen. Yes. Yeah, I hope you guys can see my screen here. Let me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me remove this. It means nothing. So now this is employee data. And as we all know, employee data is basically details about an employee of an organization. So probably you could have, like here, you can see here, I have I have the ID. I think this should be the ID. Then we have the full name. The full name of the employee. We have the job title. We have accountants. We have managers. We have analysts, senior analysts, control engineers, and so forth. Then we have where the employee is working in terms of the department. The department here you can see sales, IT, finance, accounting, and so forth. Then we have the business unit. Okay, the business unit, and whether these employees are male or female. So we have gender here. We have ethnicity. Now this is debatable. I don't know. Sometimes we use this word casually, gender. I was told that gender means roles, but the right word for this column should be sex. I don't know. It's debatable. Yes.
I think gender sounds better. It sounds better. Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody, I went for some training on gender issue, and they were saying no, gender is just what the roles that you've been assigned, but it may not really define your biological status. So sex should be actually the word to use here.
I don't know what.
Okay, no problem.
What do you think?
But that is true, though.
That's true.
Okay. Okay, no problem, no problem. I was just mentioning in passing. So then we have ethnicity. Ethnicity here, you can see Asian, we have the blacks, we have Latino, and so forth. Then the age of the employee, I think this one should be in years. Then we have the when the employee was hired. Then the salary. We have the salary. We have bonus here. In terms of percentage, the annual salary here is what is in terms of dollars. Then we have the country where the employee is coming from. We have the city, and we have the exit date. I think this should be the time and age. Now this is data set about employees, and from what I've just talked about, I just want us to see how we can have. You see, in this data set here, we have in this data set here, just remove that. Let me even close this other one. Okay. Yeah, here, I'm interested in this column of country where the employee is coming from. We have United States, we have China, I don't know which other country, let me see. Yeah, from my filter, I can see Brazil, China, and United States. So there are 3 countries. And remember, these are employees who are working in United States. So I may be interested in how many employees come from the United States. So in other words, I've talked about non-expatriates. Expatriates are people who work from other countries, who work and they are from other countries. So if somebody is coming from China and Brazil, then that person, I may categorize that person as expatriate. Then those who are working in under the residents of United States are non-expatriates. So those are two outcomes I may be interested in. And it is the question that we are trying to address here. I'm sharing this. So it's a question that we are trying to address in this question. How many of the employees are expatriates? And how many are non-expatriates? Okay, so we have that, and we have non-expatriates. So it gives us 2 values, which if function can do quite well. So we will evaluate this column of the column of country, and we will find out if it is United States, then we can categorize those ones as non-expatriates. Then if it's China and Brazil, then we categorize as non-expatriates. So the if function will work here quite well. And we want to see how it will work. Of course, following this particular syntax here. So we'll do this. Let me use a blank. Let me use a blank slide as an example. Now we will formulate this formula down here. So we will have an equal sign, and then we will have if. Now remember, whether you use small uppercase or lowercase, then it will still be okay. But it looks good when I let me use uppercase letter, uppercase. Yeah, so we have that. Then I will have the parentheses. And now inside there, inside this parenthesis, I'm going to have what? I'm going to have the reference. Okay. Now, for my data, the reference here is L2. So I'll have L2. L2. That will be the reference. If L2 is equal to, then I can have, in the quotation mark, I have United States. Okay. If L2 is United States, if it meets that criteria, then I want this formula to return for me expatriates, non-expatriates, sorry. So I'll also have it in quotation, so non-expatriates. Expatriates. Okay. I'll just have it like that. So you see what we have here. Otherwise it's going to return what? Non-expatriates. So I'll have another column. I'll have another comma there.
Is that going to be or?
Yes.
No, just go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We cannot use the word or here. We just use separated by a comma. So I'll have what? Then I'll have expatriates. Okay, this should be in quotation mark because it's a text. Now, so you can see this formula here. If L2 is equals to United States, if it meets the criteria. So if it meets the criteria, it's going to return non-expatriates. That is when it is true. Now, otherwise, when it is not true, it's going to have what? Expatriate. And remember, we had 3 countries. We have United States, we have Brazil, then we have which other one? We have
China.
Brazil and what? China, yes, China. Thank you, China. So if it's going to evaluate the cell, if it's United States, then it's going to return non-expatriate, which is a true value, and then otherwise it's going to return expatriate. So now let me copy this one into the cell. We copy that. Okay. Let me copy this. I can as well copy. Then let me take it to my cell and see if it is working. So let me share again this one. So I can put it here. Let me say I can label this as employee status. I can have that. So I can copy this formula here. So I select this cell, the active cell, then I paste. So I have not copied. Let me copy again. I wanted to remove this filter first. Oh yeah, I've managed to copy, but it is not giving. Let me see what the problem is here. Yeah, so I think my reference is it right? Just a minute. I've copied the formula, it's not working. Okay, now let me compose from here. Maybe, should I have some spaces somewhere? Okay, it's not. Let me have a space here. Okay, it's not working again. Okay, let me compose from here. Just compose from here. Okay. Let me just equal to if.
Ruben, I know in Python you use else. We don't use else in anything. Like after that, an expatriate. So you can add else.
Let's just come again.
I'm saying like we here in Excel we don't use else. Like you say if L is equal to 2 is expatriates. Oh, sorry, non-expatriates. And then else is equal to expatriates.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting your point. Yeah, so it depends on the constructs for a particular tool.
So
but this one should be straight. This one should be straightforward.
Okay.
Okay, let me figure it out again. I want to compose it from the Excel. So I have equal sign here. So I have if. Let me select that. So now I can see here, the logical test here is I'm testing whether L2, so L2 is equal to this one here. Let me just figure it out from here. United States, and then we have that. So you can see already here, this one is evaluating as true. You are seeing my screen, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see there under logical test, I have just put L2 is equal to United States. Then value if true. So value if true, I want to put expatriate, non-expatriate. So none. Maybe I can have an hyphen there. Expatriate.
Okay.
Then, of course, if false, I can have expatriates. I don't know why it is not working when I copy. So you can see this one is working, but what is the difference here? I'm not seeing any difference. Let me copy this. I just want to compare, or maybe there was a space which messed me up.
It's exactly the same as what you had
I
before.
don't know. Yeah, I'm wondering why when I copy.
Sorry, go back there. Go back there.
Is there any difference between those two?
No, go back to the.
Oh, so the Excel, eh?
To Excel, yeah.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, let me see.
So equal to if L2 is United States, then non-expatriate. I'm not seeing any difference between this.
I don't see any difference either.
or maybe the sheet is protected. They may not accept copy paste. I don't know. No, but that is it. That's how you can carry on with that. But I can see here, I've just copied the same. I've just copied the same formula, and I'm trying to see side by side. If L2 is that, then non-expatriate, then we have expatriate. Then if L2 is that, then we have non-expatriate. So I think it's just the same. I don't know. Maybe it should be the space. Maybe the space, because in this other one I put an hyphen. Yeah, maybe this other one does not have. Let me try again. Let me try and copy. It's good to learn. Let me just put another column here. Let me copy paste that now. And then in this, I put non-expatriate, I put an hyphen, and I press enter. It's not working again.
No, I can see the one that you have highlighted, the space after the comma.
Oh, yes. Or there's a space after a comma. But the space should not affect anything. The space should not really affect anything.
Okay.
Now. Let me just have this one again. Just I'm trying something so that we will move. Let me copy this. Okay, let me copy it here. Let me put here an hyphen. Okay, it's still not working again. Well, I'll try to find out. Let me remove. I've removed that space. Now I don't know. They are just the same. So let me just leave at that. Let me just leave at that so that we can move. So let me share this data. And what I want you to do, let me share this data in the WhatsApp group. Now, what I want us to do is we will have about 7 minutes break. We will be back at 4:30. That is 30 minutes past the hour. But I'll share this assignment. Then you can try this on your Excel. And what I want you to do is I want you to introduce this column, apply the formula, but instead of employee status, just have your name there. You can just say maybe Amos. Just say Amos, so that I know when you share the screen. And then once you've done that, you can snipe this part. You snip this part, and then we can share on WhatsApp so that I'm sure we are on the same page. So I'll give you the data set. So you'll create that column. Once you create the column, input the formula. And then once you do the formula, you rename that column as your name. And then you can snapshot that part. Let me just use an example. Yeah, I can have that. So if you check on your North America Excel, I've just shared a snapshot of that. Okay, so that's what I would want you to do. Once you have put you have input the formula. So so let me share the data now. So I've just shared the
Share it on
you can
WhatsApp.
pull it from the WhatsApp group and you can work on it, and then you can share your.
Okay. I think you are still sharing your screen. Okay.
Are we supposed to be doing it like right now?
I think so. Is it gone already?
It's like he is.
Yvonne is there. Yvonne, are we supposed to be
Yes.
doing it?
No,
right
I
now?
think you can just choose, but you've been given a break. You can do it now or later.
Later.
Right now, it's
Now,
just a.
I'm on WhatsApp, but I'm not seeing it. Let me see. Are you sure it went through?
I think it didn't go through. I think he'll just, when he comes back, we'll tell him to resend it. Okay, I've gone for a break.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't go through. Oh, it went through. Let me see.
Hello.
Hello, Reuben.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if the problem is on my end.
It's on your end.
I think it's on my end because I just interrupted me. So anyway, I was trying to share the Excel file.
I don't know if I got it. I'm seeing the last column is like the cities. Then I see the exit date.
Yes.
The cities are like Seattle, Chongqing. Is that the one?
Yes, this is the one. Yes. Let me. So we have the last column is city, yes, and then we have the exit date.
So what were we supposed to insert a column there and then do like the expatriates and non-expatriates?
Okay, let me come up again. Let me come up again. So what you need to do, let me share the screen again. And what time I was supposed to stop? It's now 29 minutes past the hour.
I think we should have stopped already by 9, but
okay. No problem. Let me give out as an assignment.
But we can, I don't know, Ruth, what do you think we can, is Ruth there? Ruth, I think is on a break.
Yes, I'm here. You say what?
I think we can give him some minutes to finish this.
Oh my God.
Okay, I think we can do an assignment.
Okay, fine, no problem. Now
let's give it to us an assignment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me some few minutes to I explain so that you will do it.
Okay.
Okay. So let me share again. Yeah, this is the data that I've just shared in the WhatsApp group. Now what you need to do, you will introduce a column here. And I've said this column, you will simply write your name.
I
Ruth.
don't know if I am there. I think I got logged out.
You're about to log out? Yes.
Oh, if you can hear me, then I should be in.
Yeah, I'm getting you. I'm getting you quite well.
Okay.
So I was saying that you introduce a column at the end of the data set, and then what you'll basically do, I'm just using an example. What you'll basically do is you will input your formula here. Okay. So, and we are evaluating country. We are evaluating country, and we are saying it is either an employee, an expatriate, or non-expatriate. So you'll use the if function, and what you use as if function, once you are done, you will simply snip this part. You snip this part here, and then you can share on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God, I did not see it. I can't get to your screen.
You can get to my screen.
Yeah, just explain to me. I can follow.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
And Ruth, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay, fine, no problem. Maybe I will. Now, what I want you to do, Amos, just go to your WhatsApp. WhatsApp, I've just shared some screen, which you will use as an example. So you will just input the if formula up there as the last column, and then once it worked, you can share by snipping that part, and then you share on the WhatsApp group. So I hope that is clear.
On the last column, that's column O. Okay.
Yes, and that column you rename using your name.
I put my name. Okay.
Yes, you label using your name.
Then I put
I'll add you one more assignment to. I was to cover if and nested if today. So I'll give an example of nested if. Nested if is you are using if function within another if function.
Okay.
So that's what I was to cover. So I'll give an example, and then I'll also give out what you are supposed to do, the task that you are going to undertake, so that you can figure out the nested if function.
I think I might just leave. And then.
No problem. No problem. You can just work it so long as I can have it in the course of the week. Okay, so you can have the data from the WhatsApp group, and then you work on that. I'll send you the task 1 and task 2, so that it becomes clear.
Okay, that is fine.
So thank you very much. You can have a good day. See you in the next class.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I guess the class has ended. Thank you for attending the class.
Thank you so much as well, Yvonne. Have a good day.
I'm going to
We're
stop.
about to sleep.
Yes, yes.
Good night, good night, good night.
Good night.
Okay, good day. Thank you.
I'm going to stop the recording now.